sometimes we don't share everything that we're going through. We just show people what we want to show them, what we want to reveal. And that we go out casting stones at other people, judging people, putting other people down because we may feel bad about our own lives, that our lives are a mess, and that we might be struggling inside and suffering with anger or unhappiness, or we want to be loved, we want people to give us attention. And that I've been seeing a lot of it on social media lately, online, that people are losing their decency and they're not having any compassion for anyone, and that they're just angry, and it's almost like this purge, like, you know, with the movie, they want people to suffer, and they want to see people have pain. And they don't realize that they don't want to have pain because they know what it feels like to have pain. At the same time, they don't look to others. They're not forgiving. Because you can see around me, like when I'm filming, I could show people what I want them to see. You know, like, see, sometimes when you allow your life to spiral out of control, you don't stay clean at times. Like clean, when I say like organized, and it's people that show people what they want to see. And for someone like myself that is that understands human beings and that does personal coaching, that I take personal responsibility. Like, I know how it feels to live in chaos, and that's why I try to be positive, and I want to like show all sides. I want to be fair, because the stuff that I talk about is the stuff that I understand because I've been through it. That you can't hide any of this stuff, you know, like if you act a certain way, it's so easy to detect it. If somebody comes and writes something, or they say something, and they could say something else, but you could identify what they're struggling with. It's so easy, and the power of personal coaching, personal growth, and personal development is that you know when people are going through certain things just by the way that they respond to certain situations. And what I've been seeing is like some pages where people just want to post stuff to create anger, to incite violence, and they want people to react to certain things, and they're not doing any good out there, and it's not positive, because what they're doing, they know in their mind and what they are doing, that they know what the motivation is, and they're doing it for a reason, to divide people, because they're struggling with something inside. It doesn't matter if they have money, wealth, fame, a lot of attention, that they're struggling with something inside, that there's something inside is missing. And it doesn't matter, like when you see some of these celebrities in Hollywood, you think that they're happy. You think that because they have like their career and everybody loves them, and that they've achieved so much, and that everyone's proud of them, they are missing something inside. I guarantee it, that there's something that they need, and they're crying out for help. Because sometimes, like when your life is going good, you want to stay organized, you want to keep things like in order, you want to, that you're proud of everything that you've earned, and you're proud of the life that you live or have lived to this point, that you want to always do better. Like for me, I know that I'm capable of doing way better. I've gone to school, I've earned degrees, and I never empowered my degrees. I've been a writer for years. I could create stories, but sometimes I don't create stories when I need to. That I might spend time because I try to care about other people and I try to reason with people. And I know that sometimes you just can't reach some people. Like, some people are naturally evil inside, that they want to see people suffer and they want people to hate, and that you see it in what they write, in the way they act, in the responses, and it gets to the point where you can't say avoid it, because you see it online, you see it in real life, that people are just they're not peacemakers, and they're not positive, and that because they are suffering inside, that they want to see other people suffer. And no matter how much I allow my life to spiral out of control, and that things are, they sometimes fall apart, everything's a mess, that I try to always be compassionate, show respect, be nice, because people are not going to see my room. They're not going to see, like sometimes if my car is messy, they're not going to see all these things that maybe I would have taken care of before because I was in a better place. But even though that all this stuff is, all this stuff is unorganized and thrown all over, and I might not be responsible, just know that I always have compassion for people, and that I respect people. When I go out on a walk, I'll say hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm usually walking the dog and I talk to all people. I start conversations. I go to the store, I talk to people, and I'm always generally nice and authentic, because that's the one thing that I could be proud of, is I'm authentic. That I'm not going to be fake and to do things just because everyone else is doing it, or because I want to be popular. I already know that I'm not popular. I could post and post and post and post. It could be the stuff that could change people's lives and improve their lives. And they will not use it. They see it and they might say it's nice, but some people see it and they're not, maybe they know that that's who they are and they see that, but they're not going to do nothing about certain things. That sometimes it just really puzzles me how people behave and what they do. And I think that is the biggest challenge. And I may allow that to reduce the time that I spend with my talents, like writing, whether it's screenwriting or writing on blogs and just stuff that I've been doing over the years. I might reduce my time because I'm trying to go out there and trying to help some people understand certain things, but it doesn't work because people are very defensive, and they have all the problems that I would create in my stories or stuff that I've learned from personal coaching. That you could know all this stuff, but if you're trying to chase after attention, you want like celebrities to like your comments or to respond back to you because you want people to know that you exist and that you're someone, that is not the way to go in life. That if you're talented at something, focus on it and do it, and that you will have your voice using your gift, using your talents. But if you're just online posting stuff all day long and just spending all your time getting angry, or you want to prove a point, or you want people to see you, I believe it's not the way to go. Like, it's not the right approach to get what you want in this life. Whether you're not happy, you want to find love, like whatever it may be that you're struggling with inside, that sometimes, like for me, like I used to be more organized, but it's something I've struggled with always staying organized. It's a weakness of mine, but sometimes things get even more messier. And if you're not, like, say, in a happy place, like you could be happy inside and appreciate life, and that you could enjoy the simple moments, but there are moments that you will fall down because you might let things go. You might let things go because it just gets so messy, whether your problems or everything, and you just don't know how to approach it. You don't even know where to start. It's like just piling a lot of problems inside your car. So say if your car was just a bunch of stuff that you put inside and you just keep putting stuff inside until it just falls out. And that's why people explode and they start having anger and they are violent, is because they get triggered so easily. Like there's things that they want and they know that they're not giving enough effort, enough time, that they want so bad to accomplish their dream and to do all these great things, but then they are not giving the right amount of effort to achieve it. That they're jumping all over the place trying to do everything because they think that maybe, they could achieve this little happiness or, to love themselves. And that you just can't love yourself, like, just because of the way you look or how much money you have. Like, it takes more. Like, people want people to be proud of them, to say, like, you did a great job in your life, or that you're someone that is a good person. That you have to recognize that yourself. You have to believe that yourself. You can't wait for other people and wait for that validation that you're a good person, that you do great things, and that you care about people. You have to recognize that yourself. You have to believe that. Because God knows, but you need to know. If you're waiting for your family, you're waiting for your friends, you're waiting for strangers to tell you that you're a good person, that they're proud of you, that you've achieved all these great things, and that your dream is making a difference. If you need other people to tell you and you need their attention daily, then you're struggling with something inside, whether you know it or not. You could sit down with yourself and say, like, why do I feel this way? Why do I need all this attention? Why do I need people to tell me I'm good? You know. You don't have to go to a therapist. You don't have to get a personal coach. You don't have to ask other people. You know what you need to do. You know what you're struggling with. You know what's going on inside. You could hide it all you want. You could walk around, put this facade up, and you want people to see something that's not real. Just like when we're making movies, you have like the sets and all that. Like, we could make believe that we're in New York or Italy or different places while we're on the Universal lot or these other movie sets. It's the illusion that it's like that mirage. But just know that some people could detect it. If somebody is positive, or if somebody is negative or tainted, toxic, like, all of that is easily detectable. And that sometimes we believe in people and that we want to work with them, but when they push back a lot and they don't respect you and they're rude and they don't appreciate you, then that makes you feel bad, because you give them all your time, you give them your energy, and you genuinely care about them. But if they don't respect you and they don't value what you've done for them, then that could hurt you, because we want to feel that we're doing a nice thing for people and that we care about them, and then they just forget about you and they move on, and then they act like that you never existed, and that could hurt people. So be careful where you spend your time. Be careful who you share your energy with, and realize that self-care matters and is not being selfish. Is that if your life is falling apart, you're allowing all these problems to persist, and you're self-sabotaging or you're being self-destructive and all these things, like, people don't want to admit that because it makes them look weak. It makes people not accept them. But if they just admit that you have things going on, it's normal in life. People have problems. People have down moments. But if you could be uplifting to people and you could be positive, then that's what you want to do when you start posting stuff to divide people, to hurt people, to make people choose sides, then you're contributing to the anger, to the violence. If you're celebrating that people are destroying history because you want to hide from it, then that's not going to fix anything, because it's still in the books, it's still in the museum, it's still in the mind. That people know the history. Would you want to erase the struggles that people have fought against certain things to reach right now? That we've overcome a lot in human history. Do you want to destroy things because you feel that you're judging history from the past of a time? They're a product of their time, and that you feel that you're judging it because you're like, we're not celebrating it with a statue. Sometimes statues are like remind you of a time that you don't want to repeat again. It's almost like here's a statue, and this is a memory, this is a reminder that we're not going to do this again. But if you're just going to like allow people to destroy things, and then you celebrate it and you're like, tear it down. Do you want people to come to your house and tear your house down and destroy your car and do these things because they have an opinion of you, because they think that you're following the wrong cause? It's like, this stuff is all like, there's laws that exist. Otherwise people will do what they want to do. That some people are naturally evil inside, and that is the honest to God truth. That if you had like that purge type of like the movie, if you had that purge type in society, that people would partake in it because they are angry inside, that they're unhappy and they don't get what they want, and they keep working hard and they can't achieve certain things. So now when you like release, like that grip on them, that they may go do bad things because they feel that they can't do it. That sometimes people get angry for things that they can't do in their own lives, so they feel that maybe it makes them feel important to have a voice in something, or they want to record something so they could go and hurt somebody to cancel them out. The world is struggling right now and it needs to heal, and people don't see it. That they spend all their time doing things that are just growing the problem, making things worse, and they're not using like their voice to unite people, to improve the future outlook. That they're giving in to things and not thinking about it, not realizing that what they're doing is negative, and that it's not helping the cause, it's not helping this world. So people will show you what they want you to see, but they will not show you everything. They will not show you everything that is going on in their mind, whether their heart is hurt, whether they can't forgive the past, whether people have wronged them and they are seeking revenge, that they do self-pity, that they're bitter, that they're petty. The things that people do, they do it for a reason, that they have this hate in their heart, in their mind, and they're not going to let it go. They just know that, like, say, yeah, my room right now is messy. My car is messy. And I have things going on that I have allowed to, say, fall apart. But I can still be happy inside because I know that I am a human being who chooses to share compassion, to be nice, to be kind, to treat people with respect. And that I'm a writer and I could create stories, and I understand pain. I understand why people do what they do. And that's having that power of like empowering yourself with your gifts and your talents to to make a difference in this world. And we could overcome anything. Because in the future, I could be organized and I could feel happy with my... You could be unhappy with your situation, but be happy with life. You could have inner happiness, but you could be unhappy with your situation. That's normal. Because that's life. That not everything is going to be perfect all the time. Life is never perfect. It's not always going to be great. Some mornings you might wake up and you feel great, and some mornings you wake up and you feel like crap. You might feel okay, or like, I didn't sleep good, my body's not feeling good, I'm overheated, or I didn't drink enough water, like whatever it may be, that you wake up and you just don't feel good about your life or the way you feel. But that's temporary. It's temporary because things change. Things change at any time, because our health, or what's going on with the world with COVID-19 or anything else, like, life could change snap of a finger. It could go good or it could go bad. But it's up to you to make better decisions, to be positive. And sometimes admitting that you have problems, taking ownership, not always having to be right, or not everyone has to agree with you. And that's okay, because that's life and we're all human beings and that. But just know that ultimately it's up to you to spread peace, to be positive. And if you choose the dark road where you want to be negative, you want people to be angry, and you want to incite violence, and that's up to you, because then God will judge you. People don't have to judge you. I won't judge anyone. But if somebody makes me angry because they keep doing certain things, that might say something. If it's somebody that is a celebrity or something, I mean, they may not see what I wrote about it, but I will comment on it if I feel a need to comment on it. And because I don't like when people incite anger, because it creates violence, because people get angrier and angrier, and it's not helping them. That's like if you are a therapist and you have a client and you just make them angry by saying that the other person's wrong and the other person's wrong and all this, and it's like you're not like helping them to heal. That you listen to them, you know what's going on with them, and then you help them with empowering them, and they could use certain tools and techniques and all that. So be fair and care, have compassion. We understand you, because we all have our problems, our issues. Like, we should be understanding as human beings that life is difficult, but it can be rewarding, it could be blessing, it could be a miracle, because we're living, we're breathing, and everything else should be a bonus. Until the next time, value yourself, respect yourself, love yourself. Peace out.